How do you do? It's me, Stefan Burchard, the Desert Bowtie Realtor, with your latest episode of Networking Nuggets. So here's the deal. This goes along the lines of being positive all the time. So we all have those places where we go out and network or, networking, because that's what this is all about, is networking, right? Huh? Anyway, like I said, this goes along the lines of being positive. So do you ever encounter those people when you're networking, or even when you're talking with a potential lead or a business partner, and they just are critical? They pick everything apart. Everything's negative. They criticize everything, how nothing is being done the way they think it should be, et cetera, et cetera. Well, my advice there is you cut the dead weight loose. Most likely that person is going to continue to be negative. It might be a really good friend of yours, and you might need to limit the amount of exposure you give them to your brain. So if you think of what's going on in your head and in your heart as valuable real estate, and we talked about mindset before. So if you think of your meeting with people and hanging out with them as contributing to your well-being and contributing to your mental, emotional well-being, real estate, you don't want to cast too much, or you don't want to hang out with negative people, because what are they going to do? They're going to fill your head with negative stuff. They're going to fill your heart with negative stuff. They're going to drag you down from your goals. Your goals are to be fabulously successful in your endeavor, whatever that may be. And hanging out with negative people or listening to people who are critical is just not cool. So what I do in my life is I just limit the amount of time I spend with some of those people. I have some very dear friends, and some of them are a little hypercritical and they criticize this, that, and the other. I just limit how much time I hang out with them. And we don't talk about certain subjects so that I don't have to listen to that. That allows me to still have those relationships, but it doesn't affect me to a greater degree by having them in my life on a moment-by-moment basis. So this goes too with networking experiences. So when you're out there and you're networking people and you run into those people invariably who are negative and critical and blah, 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 I see so-and-so over there and I want to connect with them. You just excuse yourself and move on. Again, we don't want to pollute our heart and our mind with negative stuff. And criticism and judgment and gossip is just as bad as negativity. In fact, it is just another form of negativity. So this comes up because I have groups and networking events where I encounter these kinds of people that nothing you do will make them happy. Nothing you say will calm them. So I've just learned to limit how much time I give these people in my mental, emotional real estate. So if they're a casual acquaintance and a friend, I definitely limit the amount of time I give them. And if it's a business, I have to make the decision to cut them loose altogether or limit exposure. And the way you make that decision there, whether you cut them out altogether or not, is, are you going to be able to do business with them? A, are you going to be able to refer them business? Or B, are they willing to refer you business? That to me is the test about whether or not somebody belongs in your real estate, in your room, staying close to you. So I feel like I'm rambling, but I believe you got the message in here. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call, text, or email me. I'm Stefan Burchard, the Desert Bowtie Realtor, and I'm taking knots out of real estate.